Hello, it's day 27 and I'm coming to you from my bathroom. I'm speaking to you and talking to myself out loud, which is has been fun into itself. But the whole reason for me doing this is a social experiment on myself to try to curb the negative thinking, the negative inner dialogue that I think about myself, and especially about how my body looks. And I think it's working. I think it's getting better. And I think when I do think negative things, then I have a way of turning it around and saying something nice about myself, just so then I can support myself with nice things from the inside out, instead of tearing yourself down, because you need to be an advocate for yourself. That's the whole point of this. So today I've already had a shower and now I've put some clothes on and I'm ready to put makeup on. I decided to talk to you from a different time in my process in the morning, because you think different things about yourself as you go along. And the wonderful thing, the magical thing about makeup, especially because women, it's easier for us to get away with wearing it and wearing as much or as little as we wish. But it helps to magically transform you. So if there's things that you're feeling bad about that day, then you can try to magically transform it and trick people into seeing something different, which is interesting. And it makes me think about the different ways that we can alter our body nowadays. In the 21st century, there's a lot of options. There's things like, wait, I have notes again. You can change it with makeup, like I said, with clothing. Those are the easy ways. But then you can also do diets and exercise. Those are a little more commitment and usually more healthy, but not necessarily. It depends which diets and exercise you follow. And then the other things you could do are pills, lasers, surgery. You can get even more serious and even more permanent. But the thing, I'm going to start doing makeup. But the thing that I worry about doing that is that you can go too far. You can do too much, you can go too far, or you can, I don't know, it could be a way that you could just be feeding your insecurities. If you look at, there's some of those really weird stories of the people that turn themselves into looking like plastic or like Barbies, and they've changed themselves so much they don't even look like who they're supposed to be. And so I think that you have to be careful about going too far and making sure that you're still authentic to yourself. It's difficult. And it's difficult, especially when you look in the mirror, you don't like who you see. So, yay for makeup. So let's do this for a bit. And then what else do I want to talk about? Changing yourself permanently. Yeah, there are things like hair removal, things like plastic surgery, or using a pill to lose weight. Those are pretty popular. There's always something in my feed about losing weight, and it usually has nothing to do with exercising. So I think sometimes we have to be careful about what we're supposed to look like. And I don't know, why would you want to change your body too much so then you don't even look like your family anymore? Like, I don't know. Like I said, in one of the older ones, my earlier videos, when I look in the mirror, there's certain things about my face that I see my family. Like I see my brother, I see my mother, I see my father, and why would I want to change that? If I think that my nose is too big or something, and then I start changing it, then who am I going to look like now? Like my nose isn't going to remind me of my brother anymore, or, stuff like that. So you have to be careful. The other day I was talking to a friend of mine and she said, oh, when I start using Botox. And I was like, what do you mean when? Why do you have to use Botox? Why? And I said, don't say when. say if you have to use Botox, but maybe you don't. And also, you have to be careful about things that you put in your body that shouldn't be there, you know? So, because we don't know long-term effects about a lot of this stuff. So, maybe I'm too serious today. Anyway, so here we go, putting makeup on, changing the way I look a little bit. This often helps to make myself look more awake, which is handy. Sometimes I feel bad for men that it's not as easy for them to put makeup on without falling out of societal norms, because sometimes it can be quite a useful tool, like just looking more awake or making your eyes look bigger if you think your eyes look small, or your nose look thinner. One of the things that this is a long one, oh my gosh, it's 6 minutes. One of the things that I noticed when I moved here to Hong Kong is the stage, people on stage do a lot of definition and contouring to try to make their nose look like it's sticking out, or try to give themselves more definition, more cheekbones. Mostly though, I find that it's to make them look whiter, like less Chinese, which I think sucks, because if you're Chinese, you should just like being Chinese. Just like if I'm white, I shouldn't try to look Chinese. It just seems weird. So anyway, that I found that a little bit disheartening. And well, coming from Canada, I feel like people in Canada are pretty open and expressive about who they are and accepting about who they are. But here, I found something different. I found there's a lot of like people who wanted whiter skin, and sometimes that's because they want to look more rich, because if you're white, then you don't have to work outside. And other times it has more to do with looking like a Western person, having bigger eyes, doing surgery on their eyelids so that they have the double eyelid instead of the one that just goes straight. My husband has the one that just goes straight, but like, I don't know. I think it's attractive. I don't know why people don't think it is. So anyway, that's today. I'm going to keep putting makeup on, and I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry for keeping you so long. Bye.